Welcome to Weaning series part 2. Excited now to hear about the whole plan I have made for you parents for the next 6 months up till your child's first birthday? A month-wise weaning food plan starts at 6 months. The first food to introduce should always be purees and semi-liquid. For example, start with 3 to 4 spoons of rice or dal water stew, or kanji as they call it, for a few days, and then when you notice your child isn't throwing up or suffering from any loose motions in the first week, gradually increase the consistency and quantity by 1 or 2 more spoons the following week, and so on for the entire month. Remember, the goal here is to introduce iron-rich, easily digestible foods with a smooth texture and continue exclusive breastfeed alongside these solids. The type of food you can try are cereal-based rice or ragi porridges cooked thin with water or mother's milk, or those lentil-based moong dal khichdis, well-cooked yellow moong dal with rice, pureed or mashed. The other option are those vegetable pureed seasonal veggies like carrots, pumpkins, sweet potatoes and bottle gourds like loki or beetroot. Or you can always try fruits, mashed bananas, stewed apples, cooked pears, papayas, ripe and soft, and even small amounts of homemade yogurt for probiotics, provided there is no dairy intolerance. Remember, introduce one new food every 3 to 5 days. Avoid salt, sugar and spices at this stage and observe allergies or intolerance. At 7 months, start by thickening the texture and variety, which means now you use slightly thicker ragi or that rice porridge with mashed dal. Start using well-cooked dals like tur dal or masoor dal mashed. Use soft-cooked veggies in small pieces or mash soft fruits in small chunks like the ripe mangoes or bananas. Always use those seasonal fruits. Mildly spiced foods with turmeric and cumin powder, but in minimal amount. Begin introducing small amounts of egg yolk, well-cooked and mashed if culturally acceptable. Remember, feeding frequency is only 2 to 3 tablespoons and only 2 to 3 times a day. Also, now introduce a cup or sips of water. Continue breastfeeding on demand. At 8 months, start introducing those finger foods. For example, start with a small piece of idli or dosa, steamed carrot, those sticks of steamed carrots, or a soaked chapati. If accepted, time to try the egg white now along with the yolk for those non-vegetarians, or mashed and finely shredded chicken for those protein lovers. For the vegetarian, start lentil pancake, as you know, the besan chila, or well-cooked dal. Introduce mashed paneer, cottage cheese, or homemade yogurt regularly. Happily start with small, soft pieces of ripe fruits like bananas, papayas, mangoes, and cooked. Feeding frequency should now be 3 meals a day plus breastfeeding, and your portion sizes about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Remember, avoid any choking hazards by using nuts or whole grain. Continue mild seasoning of food with turmeric and cumin. Avoid chili and salt, but encourage self-feeding to develop those motor skills. At 9 months, increase food texture and meal frequency. The goal here is now to start transition to thicker, lumpier textures and increase meal frequency like khichdi with dal and veggies, or less mashed and chunkier. Otherwise, use soft cooked rice with dal and small vegetable pieces. Give those finger foods small pieces of soft fruits, steamed veggies, and avoid using the mixer and grinding now. Start mashing everything with your hand and make it chunkier. Begin introducing small amounts of ghee or clarified butter for healthy fats. Incorporate those soaked rotis as well. If you've got this far, then from now on, it's smooth sailing. Congratulations. Thanks to your efforts, your baby now has a taste for so many flavors. So keep innovating. At 1 year, the child can literally eat everything that is made in your home, provided the salt and sugars are now at a minimal amount. Go ahead, keep innovating. And that was the second part of the Weaning series. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the third part of the Weaning series.